Hello everyone, I'm back with another review. This is the Chris Reeve Umnumzaan. Actually just got it 2 days ago from the gun show that came in town, the Saxit Gun Show here in Texas. And I was very fortunate that came around. It was about a week late. I had just purchased a Mission MPF-1 titanium plain edge Tonto. You can see that other review in my list of videos that I've done. Uh, But I was very fortunate. A friend of mine from Blade Forums that has a stand at the Sexy Gun Show. He comes around a couple times a year. I always make it a point to go visit him and do some trading or buying, whichever I have at the time. So I was very fortunate. I did a trade plus cash, and I was able to get the Chris Reeve Umnumzaan. I'd been calling around since I got my tax refund, and everybody's out. You can't find Sabenzas. You can't find Umnumzaans. Even on Blade Forums, as soon as they're available, people pick them up real quick. So I was very lucky to get this. So this is it's titanium handle, of course. Titanium handle, S30V blade. It has a very unique blade shape, unlike the Sabenza, which is a lot more simple, I suppose. It's just a straight. Sabenza had a straight spine with a very rounded edge. Very rounded spine, I should say. This one actually has some flat spots on there, which actually makes great for, if you need to choke up and do fine work, you can actually use it as a thumb rest. But the very tip, we have a swedge. It's actually kind of sharp, so it makes it look kind of like a harpoon if you look at that. Very nice blade. It's a little thicker than a Sabenza. Sabenza is 0.125 inches thick. This one's 0.14. So you do get a little more blade out of there. Also a change is the beefier pivot. That inside dip, that entire circle in the middle, is going to be actually as thick as the pivot. Now I haven't taken it apart myself, but of course I've seen other videos and reviews that have, and it's a very thick pivot, unlike the Sabenza, which uses the universal pins, where the Sabenza's pivot, backspacer, and the other pins are all equal. They're all the same. This one actually has the pivot and a very big standoff in the back, that spacer. Now, the only downside that I could see is a tool's not provided. It's not readily available. You have to find one either on Chris Reeve's site or forum members on the Blade forums that make them for the pivot, the little takedown tool. And the Allen wrench, the standard Allen wrench that fits a Sabenza, fits these two spots here for the standoff and the clip, pocket clip. So at least something like that stayed a little universal. It's just that takedown tool would be something you have to find on your own. It's not as easily to carry like the Sabenza, where you could get the Allen wrench, throw it in your wallet. If you ever needed to take your knife apart and clean it on the go, it's already there. So that's one change. But a change for the better. You get a thicker pivot. You also don't have a stop pin. It's been replaced just by using these really big thumb studs with the polyurethane O-rings, which act as shock absorbers as well. If you'll notice, when I open this back up, it's actually a lot more silent than, well, let's see. It's a lot more silent than most knives, most frame locks at least. So I haven't gotten to put this through the ropes yet. It's still in pristine condition, but it will be put to use at work. I am a sheriff deputy, as y'all probably know from other reviews. So this isn't going to be a safe clean. I didn't pick up a $400 folder just to let it collect dust on my shelf. This one's going to be put to use. Another difference from the Sabenza, I say the Sabenza 21 because I did own that up until maybe about half a year ago. I had one. On the Sabenza 21, the entire scale is like this portion here. It's smooth, but with the bead blast finish on the titanium, it actually makes a really good grip, whether your fingers are dry or sweaty. But this additional checkering is very welcomed on the Umnumzaan. It is on both sides, and it does make a big difference on grip. It's a very good knife in the hand. Gotta try to really bend my wrist there to get that angle on the camera. The jimping, also a difference from the Sebenza. It's actually very grippy. When I had my Sebenza 21, the lines were a lot finer, and it was more of a, you could kind of slip up and down on it. This one, you get a lot of purchase, you get that good grip on it, and you're not going anywhere. Very nice. Very nicely done. When this first came out, I remember being on the forums, hearing about it, when they barely had the one or two prototypes, I think. Those were going for about $1,000 each. A lot of people either loved it or hated it when it came out because of the blade difference, the shape, the thickness, the pivot. A lot of us, real loyal Sebenza fans, were saying, "Oh, that won't last," or, compared to the Sebenza, there's no need for this. But it's tried and true now. That was 2008. It's 2011 now, and this knife has held up the test of time. Beautifully executed. I'm glad Chris Reeve did come out with a more modern design. Not that anything was wrong with Sebenza. Less is more. It's a beautiful knife. The Sebenza is time tested, obviously. The Sebenza 21, I believe, was for the 20 years of it being produced. So, another difference, now that I'm messing with the lock, is it actually has a ceramic ball detent, which keeps the blade from opening accidentally. And also that is what engages on the lock face right there. It looks like the lock is, if this were a Sebenza, that would look like 10 years of wear on the lock face. Well, on the Umnumzaan, it's actually designed to go that far over because there's a ceramic ball that actually makes contact with the tang. Surprisingly, it's not actually all that titanium touching it. And if I could get in the glare, that little black line on the tang there, that's actually where the ceramic ball slides left and right, and it finishes right there in the middle. So you actually have 50% lockup if you look at that. So it actually does engage very nice. If that ever wears out in your lifetime, if you actually use this knife long enough, Chris Reeve will, they'll happily replace that or fix it for you. So there's no need to worry. But I do like how the lock bar is moved over so far. I don't like early lockup on my knives. It just feels like it feels like it would lock up better with the more worn out lock face. But it's a very nice knife. Of course, comes with a newer looking box. When these first came out, they came out in the older boxes that looked more like an actual square. This one's lengthy. Of course, it's got all the little trophy stickers on here. I'm sure y'all seen these 1,000 times, but I'm just going to open this for you. Little Chris Reeve, kind of like a little microfiber towel. That's what the knife came wrapped in when I got it at the gun show. I don't know if that's how they come straight from Chris Reeve. But a nice little towel, little warranty information, birth certificate. That's always nice to have. Umnumzaan S30V 5859RC titanium handle. December 30th, 2010. It was almost Baby New Year. So there's that. This did come with a lanyard, which with that little metal pin actually floats in the hole. I untied it because I didn't have the takedown tool to just completely remove the scale to pull it out. But as you can see, it's easy to put back together. But I'm running out of time. It's a very nice knife. I hope you liked just a quick look at this. And I look forward to making a user review of this in the future. So Y'all take care. Stay safe.